let's talk about vehicle traffic, right? So that's another piece of it. And part of this program I went through with the LIRR, they had folks from Uber and Lyft there that were talking about pilot programs where they would partner with transit authorities and railroads
Right.
to alleviate parking and the need for a second car and everything else like that. Where do you see that? Because you drive past Ronkonkoma, and I want to talk about the Ronkonkoma hub. You drive past Ronkonkoma, and the parking it's like you're at a Jets game or a Giants game. It's immense.
If you get to Ronkonkoma after 7 o'clock in the morning, you can't find a parking space. Okay.
Yeah.
The good thing is people are taking the train. The bad thing is people are driving to take the train.
Correct.
And so that's one of the purposes of transit-oriented development, is to have people live near the station so they don't have to drive to the station to get on the train. That's the benefit of all the transit-oriented development that has occurred on Long Island. That's one of the benefits of the Ronkonkoma Hub project, is to have people live near the station who don't have to do that. But Uber and Lyft can play a very, very important role in allowing people to get to the train station, because not everybody's going to live there. People live, like me, I live 5 miles from the nearest train station. I got to get to the train. I take my car. At some point, on a coordinated fashion, Uber and Lyft could be very, very helpful to allow that to happen and alleviate some of the need for additional parking spaces, without a doubt.
What about transit in the form of bus, though? Why is the bus system never really taken off on Long Island?
Well, because the bus system has always been a second-class citizen in two ways. Number one, most people on Long Island have alternate means of transportation which they'd rather use. And if a bus is going to be caught in traffic, they'd rather be in their car caught in traffic than in a bus caught in traffic. So therefore, what has happened is the only people who take the bus are people who have to take the bus because they have no alternate means of transportation. The second issue is we don't have the density on Long Island. Bus transportation needs density. You can't stop every quarter of a mile and pick one person up. You got to pick up 20 people or 40 people. And we don't have the situation on Long Island where lots of people go from one place to another place. And that hurts, and that makes the cost of the system much more expensive because you don't have the ridership necessary to help from a density standpoint. So it's a very difficult situation. Obviously, the Nassau and Suffolk bus systems do as best they can. Nassau has it a little easier because their situation is much more concentrated. In Suffolk, many of the routes are very long, very expensive, and have very low ridership because people can figure out a different way to get there.